Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Ottavia and happy release date to two important books that I'm really excited to read, and I'm so happy to finally have them. Today is the 4th of August and these two titles, these two books are now here in my hands, and it's gonna be a reading vlog where I'm gonna read these two books and I am so excited. But before I tell you which books I'm going to talk about today, like this, dear to my channel already, that will mean the world to me. And if you want to stay along to just see the books that I'm going to read this video, just carry on watching this video. Anyway, I'm going to show you the first book, The Lion and the Deathless Dark by Carissa Broadbent, and I got the signed exclusive edition that has these beautiful sprayed edges like this, purple. Inside is kind of normal, but the best part, the best part is here, and monsters recognizes monsters. Oh my god, it's so dark. I just love it. I love it. All of these hardbacks, because as you can see, I have here the 1, 2, 3 and 4th book, and all of them are kind of similar also with the hardback underneath, and I am so excited to have this one. And the other book that just came out is The Eyes of Kings by Chloe Gong. Unfortunately, this one is a standard edition. The other ones that I have, they are like editions with some sprayed edges, but I love the inside like this. And oh my god, this is the best one. Look at that. Oh my god, I am so happy to have this book, and I think you can see, oh, they're kind of hidden. There you go. I have here the first book and the second book. So let's talk about this book first, The Lion and the Deathless Dark. This is the 5th book in the Crown and Access series, which is divided in 3 different duologies, and this one is the 3rd duology, but the first book in that duology. So we are in this world with vampires and humans and gods and trials and death and betrayal and all of the above. I'm just gonna leave it around here what the first book was about, because that's where it starts everything. But here we are following different people. We might see maybe people that, or vampires or humans that we saw in the previous duologies, but basically we're following this bounty hunter that she is the kind of one of the acolytes, let's say, for one of the goddess of justice, and she kills people basically as a job and stuff, and she decided that she just doesn't want to be connected to a god, and she wants to kill gods, and in doing so she's going to be connected with a vampire that we've seen already in previous books. And I don't want to say the name. I might say it later. At the moment I'll just leave it like that, but I'm really excited to read this one, even though the vampire that we're following I'm not really excited about, but maybe, you know, gonna change my mind and maybe I will get it more, because this vampire is quite mysterious and I don't know exactly what he's doing, because he's been doing quite a lot of stuff in the last 4 books. So in this one I think we'll understand why and what's happening and things like this, and then the killing of gods, which we've seen it already in the previous books. So we'll see with that one. And then this one instead is The Eyes of Kings by Chloe Gong. This is the 3rd book in the Flesh and False Gods trilogy, and I'm gonna leave here what it is about the first book. I don't want to say too much about this one, even though I'm not sure what's gonna happen. And also another thing is, like, I kind of forgot what happened in the last book, so before I read this one, technically I was supposed to read the first and the second book, but it didn't happen. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna check online. I'm sure there's someone else that explained in detail, spoilers, the first and the second book, so like this I can read this book. But I'm really excited to finally finish a trilogy, because I'm quite behind with my readings of series, and I can't wait. So these two are going to be the books that we're going to talk about in this reading vlog, and I'm going to start with The Lion and the Deathless Dark, because it's the one that I remember a little bit more what happened before, and also because we're following different characters. It's basically like reading a new book. So I'm going to start this one, and I'm going to come back as always once I reach a certain percentage of the book, and then once I finish this one we are going to go to this one and finish it. So hopefully I can do it in a week. This is gonna be like a week reading vlog, hopefully. If it's gonna be longer, that's fine. But at least I have him here and I need to read them immediately. I usually don't do it. Whenever I buy a book, I don't read it immediately. But there are some releases that I'm like, okay, I was gonna leave some books that maybe I picked up because these ones are gonna be priority. So let's start this book now. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I am 20% into The Lion and the Deathless Dark by Carissa Broadbent. I mean, I'm showing it to you this, but actually I don't have the cover because I prefer to read it with my dust jacket protector. Let's call it like that. And also I've been reading it as well on ebook once I go to work, just because it's a little bit too bulky to have in my bag. But I'm actually really enjoying it, and I do believe that it's more entertaining than the second duology of this whole series. Because when I read the first book, The Serpent and Wings of Night, which is the first book in the first duology, I was really captivated. I loved the pace. I loved where we were going with the story. And even the second book, it wasn't my favorite of the first two, but it was still good at continuation. Then we went to the third book, or the first book in the second duology, which is called The Songbird and the Heart of Stone, and it was difficult for me to get into it and to be part of the life of these characters and to actually feel some connection. And I felt more connection to those characters when I was reading the fourth book, but kind of like at the end, and I was more connected with the guy perspective instead of the girl perspective. But now with The Lion and the Deathless Dark, immediately, like so quick, so easy, I'm already inside the action and I'm really enjoying it. And I wasn't expecting it, just because the vampire that we are basically following, the male vampire, is someone that is so dangerous, first of all. It's so mysterious, and we've seen him in all of his books. Even, I don't know if we saw him in the novellas, the two novellas that came out in between the duologies. You know, it's something that I don't feel connected. But the girl that you're following, first of all, she's a badass. Second, I just really am enjoying it so much. I'm gonna say some stuff like the plot of the book, and I don't think this one is going to have spoilers with the actual, you know, things that are happening in the Crown Axia series. But I believe that these things are happening 10 years after maybe the whole situation there. I don't think it's in between or after, I don't remember, but they say 10 years. But they don't say 10 years after the situation that happened there. We are following Kyrene. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. She's a bounty hunter, and she also has given from the goddess of justice a blessed sword. So basically, she's kind of like a close... she's not a priestess because she's a bounty hunter, but she is really connected to this goddess of justice. So basically what she does as a bounty hunter, she kills the people that the goddess wants, basically. And she has a group of companions, and she goes together in different places, but of course at the same time she needs also to have money. She's well known as, I'm gonna put the name of how everyone is calling her, just because she has this sword. And this sword has a really deep connection with a bounty hunter, and they can actually speak together. Basically, whoever wields one of his swords, they're gonna die because of that sword. So the sword is gonna kill them once everything is completed and stuff. And she knows about this. She had this sword for many years now, I think more than 10 years. She's, I think, in her 26, 27 years old, something like that. And we are in the world with vampires. There's no sun. Everything is dark, and she was in a situation where everyone died in front of her and around her, and then she managed to wield this sword and just killed everyone and stuff. So she also kills vampire and then soulless as well, and all these creatures that come out at night. The thing is that some people are following her and tracking her, especially from one particular house of vampires. But then we are meeting this vampire, which I'm not going to say the name because it's going to spoiler, I think, everything. And he wants to work with her, and we don't know exactly for what, or If I know, I'm not going to tell you immediately now. But basically, so far in the 20%, yes, we're following her. We are getting used to her. We're getting used to her and the relationship with the sword. And then for her trying to survive and meet the vampire, and then maybe try to get some kind of contract to work together. I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to continue. I wasn't expecting to read it so fast because I got it when it came out. So when you saw the previous clip that just came out, and I didn't start immediately that day. I started the day after. So now it's basically 2 days after it came out. And to be already 20% in, which is basically 111 for a book that is 530 something pages. But so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually can't wait to finish it and just see what's gonna happen next, because yeah, lots of things are gonna happen. And I do like this girl. I do like the woman we're following, so hopefully it's gonna continue like that. Okay, so I am 63% in the Lion and the Darkless Heart by Carissa Broadbent, which is basically 344 pages. Yes, I don't have the actual dust jacket. It's right here. There you have it, beautiful cover. And I am enjoying this book so much. The same thing that I said in a previous clip. I am so happy for this new duology. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much, especially also the vampire male that we are following. And now I understand everything of what that person did since the first book that we've read, The Serpent and Wings of Night. Now I get it. Unless he's twisting what he wants to do. But I love these two together. I think I'm in part of, chapter the 37, where I think is going to be finally them together, so that would be quite nice, because anyway, we saw from Carissa Broadbent, I don't know, I follow her, I receive emails from her, and we get sometimes some pictures and arts and stuff like that, so I think maybe the art is coming. We'll see about that, quite steamy, so I can't wait. But other than that, this one is a fantasy, romantasy, whatever you want to call it, but I don't consider romantasy as much, because the core is not the love. It's basically the world and the individual goals that everyone has, and it's completely different to other ones that kind of intertwine. And these two characters are so connected because they want to basically destroy the gods. And it's so nice how they work together and how we get to know each other, and all the nightmares the bounty hunter has, and she's human and she has so many emotions that the vampire doesn't have, but the vampire still understands it because he has some similarities. So there's two worlds clashing and understanding, and it's so beautiful. Carissa Broadbent does this character so well and this world so well. I love it, even though it's gory, even though there's lots of blood, there's a lot of fight scenes, but they're also quite psychological as well. Especially when you meet different gods. So we meet gods of lust, or the fertility or justice, and then there's a lot that these gods kind of make you feel. But then in a world that there's no sun, which is actually, I was correct in the previous clip, I said that I think of the 10 years after the second duology finished, and it's correct. So we are, as you can see, after the Fall and the Kiss of Dust. Basically that's where it starts the story of the Lion and the Deathless Dark. I always need to recheck the name of this series and titles and stuff like this, because I always forget them, they're too long. So that's why I need to remember what it is. But I am enjoying it so much. I think I'm gonna give it quite a high stars for sure, and I can't wait to finish it. It would be nice to finish it today. Today's Sunday, but I have a couple of things that I need to do, and I only have, I think, so the book, like I was saying, finished it at page 532, so on page 344, so I kind of less than 200 kind of near that. So I'll see if I can push through it, or at least to finish it at the end, because we need to read the other book soon. So, you know, so at least I can finish this vlog for next week. So hopefully I can do that. I think I was saying like this book, The Seven Wings of Night, is my favorite book for all the books here. And this one, I think The Fallen was better than the third book, The Songbird. And this one actually is starting to be quite similar to The Seven Wings of Night, but I'm really, really enjoying it. Oh my God, I am in love. And yeah, I now like this vampire more. I don't want to say the name of his vampire, even though, like, if you're watching this video, you might have, you know, read the other book, so technically we know. So I'll tell you, it's Septimus. All right, let's keep it like that. Unless you haven't read it and you just want to you know, maybe, I don't know, watch the video even though you haven't read the book, but it's fine. Oh, one thing also, it's nice to see different people from different places and stuff. I hope we can see a little bit more, because I'm quite interested in other ones, but it was so nice to see someone from the first trilogy, even though it was so short. But we'll see what's gonna happen at the end of this book. And oh, damn it, once I finish this book I need to wait until the sixth book, which we don't know yet when it's gonna come out. Hopefully next year, because we need to finish this series, and hopefully it's gonna go well. But yeah, so far so good. Okay, so I wasn't expecting to come back immediately talking to you. I'm at work, so I'm just doing it on my phone, and I never know where to look when I talk, and I record on my phone like that. But I have finished part 4, so I'm starting part 5. And the thing that happened, the last page of part 4, I was reading the last part of part 4 on the train to come here to work. And first of all, I was on the edge of my seat, reading and seeing what was happening and all this adventure that the bounty hunter was doing with the vampire, and the horrible things that were happening in that scene. And now, like, that last sentence of part 4, or like that couple of sentences at the end of part 4, I was so shocked. I don't know what was going to happen, because so everything that we've seen from the first page until now is not true. Carissa Broadbent, what the heck have you done? And also, I haven't seen any spoilers, thank God. But there's one part where Carissa Broadbent talk about this book and be like, sorry about the ending, but not really. So then I'm like, oh God, what are you going to do, woman? What are you going to do? Anyway, I'm going to stop at 5 after work, or my lunch break, and I'm so close to finish it. Oh my God, I'm so afraid what's gonna happen next. Okay, so after talking to you, I managed to read a little bit more on the part 5, and now I have literally like this, less than 100 pages to finish this book. And I'm finally in chapter 52, where I think it's gonna be finally the sex scene, which I thought it was going to happen before, because in the previous clip I said that it was going to be there, but instead it's gonna happen now. So I'm really excited to read that part, because Carissa Broadbent does the sex scene really, really well, in my opinion. Oh my God, I am, like I said before, so in love with these characters, and I'm so happy that I'm finally understanding Septimus so well. And I love that character, okay? I also love Kieran so much. Oh my God, I love them so much. And my God, the revelations and things like this. And I know that something bad is going to happen again. I know, because it's Carissa Broadbent's book. Something bad is going to happen. So I'm going to finish this book tonight. I have to. I need to finish it. And I know that I need to document this. So we're gonna read it together, and let's see how this book is gonna tear my heart apart. And then I need to wait until whenever she's gonna give us the 6th and final book in this Crown and Axis series. So, but I love everything about this book. So let's start reading now. Let's stop talking and let's get to business. What? Wait, what? Whoa. What a chapter. Chapter 56. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Wait, but how's gonna go at like next book then? Okay, I read chapter 57. What the have just happened? What have they done? What have they done? What have they done? What have they done? What the fuck? What have they done? Okay, oh god. Carissa, you are amazing. You are literally amazing. Like, bravo, bravo. Oh god. Oh god, I'm in Villa Epilogue and his Septimus version. And I'm so sad. I'm so sad of this book. No, you can't finish like this. You can't finish like that. No. You can't do that. Oh my god, Carissa Broadbent, what have you done? What have you done? This is the most sad story ever. I mean, technically, the second duology was even sad as well because of everything, things like this. But this one, no. How are we gonna do? What's gonna happen? Oh god. 5 star, 5 star. This book is a 5 star. I loved it. I freaking loved it. Oh, and the ending. How? How did it happen? Whoa. Oh my god. I can imagine in the second book or in the last book what's gonna happen, but then what's gonna happen to Septimus? And Kyrene? Like that? Or Kieran, Kyrene, whatever her name is, how to pronounce it? I am so in shock. I loved it. I loved this book. Loved it. All this twists and turns at the end. With gods. With them. It's so sad. It's really sad. Okay, now I need to sulk. And I need to be sad. I mean, I'm happy to have finished this book. I'm happy that I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. But it's sad at the same time for how it ended. Oh, God. It's gonna take me a while before I read the next book, eh? Okay. Well, it's done. So that means that I need to start Eyes of Kings by Chloe Gong. But I'm not gonna start it tonight. Because I just finished this book and I need the night to just chill and to think about this book. And we're gonna start the other book tomorrow. I might have to say more about this book tomorrow, but for now, let's leave like this. And I'll be back once I start Eyes of Kings. So it has been a couple of days since I updated this vlog, because after I finished the Carissa Broadbent book, I needed a day to just chill and to like soak in everything that I have read, because I am still thinking about this book, and I finished this book now 4 days ago, and I loved it so much that to jump into the next book, I just need to chill a little bit. But I am around 26% into the Eyes of Kings by Chloe Gong. Yeah, 26%. I have the dust jacket here because I am reading it. And I put another dust jacket. I didn't want you to come into this video immediately once I started it, because first of all, I had to refamiliarize with the story. Basically, I read a really deep reviews with spoilers of the first book and of the second book, and I'm so glad I did, because the first book I remember vividly, and it was really easy to like remember what happened and things like this. And then the second one became more complex. So there's a lot of protagonists, a lot of point of views happening in the second book. And the story was a little bit like, it took me a while to understand it. And now reading this one, the third book, the last book in this trilogy, took me a while to get into this reading. And I'm on page 133. I think this is bad for me anyway, so it's my fault. I should have reread the first two books for sure before getting into this one. But because I really want to finish this trilogy, and because I have no time to read the other two books, it's fine. It's all right. I'm still enjoying it anyway, because I sometimes stop 1 second and I recheck a little bit the reviews that I read and recap and stuff like this, and I'm still enjoying it. I see the protagonist they're following that has changed so much from the first book to now, and even the guy of love interest, there's still the same kind of point of views from the second book, but at the same time there's something else that kind of come up, and we kind of understood what was happening with the magic, with the key, with the gods, so it kind of like close a chapter or a part of the first two books, so that like this we can continue and then finish this trilogy. It's still fast-paced, even though it was difficult first to get into it. I can read it really quickly, and that's what I like about Chloe Gong, because you can read it really fast. And also, I don't know, reading this book, it reminds me of These Violent Delights, which is the first book in the duology of like a Romeo and Juliet retelling. I don't know, I feel like we are, I don't know, we are not there, because this one is basically a retelling on Anthony or Cleopatra, but it's just, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of that book with a lot of things. Maybe it's the writing style, or maybe it's like what is happening and stuff, even though the stories are two completely different things. I don't know, there's something about it that reminds me of that book, and I don't think when I read the first and second book I felt that. But, you know, I'm still enjoying it. And of course, I can't say much about this book just because I will spoiler it. And I don't want to spoiler this book at all. But I am enjoying it. Like I said, I'm still like a question mark with a couple of things. But, you know, that's what internet is for. You check there and someone is going to tell you what's happening and things like that. But I'm excited to just finish this trilogy. It's been going on for a long time. The first and second book I read in 2024. It's 2026 now. One thing though that I really would like a lot of books, especially if they're taking longer to come out, is to have a recap. Especially if it's quite filled with action and it's lots of things that are happening, especially in a previous book. I think they should have a recap. I think this book should have had a recap. I think it would have helped so much, because it's still complex, the story and the magic and the key and all this bits and bobs happening, and this twist of actions. There's a lot, okay? There's a lot also characters and stuff. I don't think there's also, there's none. I think maybe this particular trilogy should have had a glossary where it says the name of each person. So like this we can kind of recheck it and we see kind of more or less who are the characters and things like that. It's not done, it's fine. But I will continue this book. I really would like to finish it soon. So today is Sunday, and this video has been going on for a while, and I wanted to finish it actually today, but because I'm page 133 and the book has like 390 pages, I don't think I will make it today, just because it's 10 past 5. And also I need to make dinner in a little bit, and then there's a couple of things I have to do in the house, so I don't think I can. But if I can reach the 200 page mark, so to basically read this part, then it would help me kind of reach a little bit of a goal and possibly finish by Tuesday or Wednesday. So I hope, because I want to actually put out this video for or the end of next week or the week after. So this book has to be finished sometimes. But yeah, let's continue reading and let's see what's going to happen in this book. Alright, seems like I'm in the same spot to last time when I spoke about Eyes of Kings, and last time I was telling you that I wanted to reach at least 200 pages in, and if I could, and I actually did more than that. I reached page 268, so that's quite a lot, and I'm really happy. I know that something bad is gonna happen. There was said a revelation and stuff, so now we will see how it's gonna go and how it's gonna finish this book, because I have I think so I finish at page 390, so I have 120 something pages, so, or maybe 30, something like that. But yeah, so I want to finish it tonight. I could have done it before. Today's my day off, but I had a couple of things to do, so now it's like 6:30 or something like that. Anyway, I'm really excited to finish this book, and let's see what's gonna happen. So I'm here finally to finish this reading vlog for the Carissa Broadbent book and the Chloe Gong book, and I'm here to say that yes, I finished Eyes of Kings by Chloe Gong, and I'm so sorry if there weren't as many clips for this book as the previous one, but this one, because it's the last book of the trilogy, it's kind of difficult to make a spoiler-free video and adding things, so I do apologize. It's not like I prefer Carissa Broadbent over Chloe Gong. I just love them both anyway as authors, so just that. I just wanted to put the disclaimer out there. But I finished this book and I'm really torn by the review, or like by my rating. I put in between 3.5 and 4 star, just because I am so pissed at the ending, at the finale. And to be honest, it's a retelling of Anthony and Cleopatra, so you kind of know what happened in that sense. This finale is like an open one, so the end is not like ended, there's more to come. I'm not sure if Chloe Gong is thinking of adding more things into this world, or maybe she didn't know how to end it, or maybe she wants us as a reader to think how the ending should go. But at the same time, I was not satisfied at all. Okay, maybe it could have been a 4-book series, maybe. Because the second book was so much filled with lots of things, and it was too much, in my opinion. So then going to this one, we needed to resolve quite a lot of things, but I think we kind of lost a little bit of the plot. There was so many other things adding up to this that I felt like needed to be talked more about, and I don't know, there were some things maybe, or she was supposed to remove some stuff, and so like this it would have been less complicated, but the story started to become so complicated. And to be honest, I, stupid as a person that I can be, I didn't reread the first and the second book, but I found, like I said, someone online that wrote like a big review and also a proper like plot detailed what happened in the first and the second one. But at the same time, when I was reading the plot for the second one, I was really lost. So then going to this one as well, it was really challenging. Like, this book was really challenging. Maybe because also we waited 2 years for this book to arrive, because the second book came out in 2024 and I read the first and the second book in 2024. So for me to wait for this one until 2026, it was, I think, too long. Also, now thinking about it, even the love story, I felt it more in the first and the second book than in this one. And maybe it wasn't intended to become like a love story, because technically this is not a romantic, this is a proper fantasy or sci-fi. So nothing of that. And to be honest, I don't care. Like this book, it's fine. But if you add a little bit of this love story, it's not there. I didn't see it at the end. Maybe, you know, the finale and you know, the death that happened and stuff like this, it might feel of, you know, like helping or whatever, but at the same time I don't see it. There's lots also question marks that I have about some characters and what happened to them, and also the starts of the gods, because the gods are quite important, especially in this last book. They are basically in an real world and stuff like this. I don't think it's a spoilers, because anyway, it was also in the first book or something kind of like added to it a little bit. But I have so many questions, and maybe also in the book she could have put it, you know, the chapter 9, chapter 10, maybe put the name of the person they were following, so like this we would have understand a little bit more. And also maybe too many point of views. Maybe she could have done a novella that it connects from one to another to understand maybe different areas. I don't know, even like the ending, I wasn't particularly like, oh my god, what happened to them? Oh my god, I'm so sad that this thing happened. I wasn't really like shocked by it. However, I'm really still happy that these books exist, because they are so different from all the other books that I've read, and I loved it like so much. The plot was great, or like what Chloe Gong wanted to put, but unfortunately it wasn't there for me, which is sad. I'm gonna keep the trilogy anyway, because I want Sam to read it and I want to hopefully reread it one day. And also I love the covers, I could never part ways from them, but I know I want to give it a second chance. Maybe I need to read the 3 in one go and see it differently. But I remember vividly when I read the first book how excited I was, and also with the second one when it came out. And this one it was not there. So it's sad, because I bloody love this story anyway. I mean, there's one death that I was a little bit shocked if it happened, but I didn't feel the gut-wrenching feelings. Like, I have lots of things that I want to say about this book, but I don't want to spoil or anything, because also it's a brand new book. I might one day do it, or in another review if I do a written review. But kind of sad about this. But anyway, I'm happy that in this reading vlog I read The Lion and the Deathless Dark by Carissa Broadbent and Eyes of Cain by Chloe Gong. And I'm really happy there were like still 2 books that I really wanted to read. They just came out. And I'm so happy. This one we gave it 5 stars. This one gave it 3.5, 4 stars. But still, I am happy that I have this video to, you know, watch it again whenever I want from now on. We are finally at the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you read this series, or maybe not the third one, maybe you're studying the first one and this one you're still maybe in the second or the third book or the novella. Just let me know in the comments below what you thought of the series or these books in general. But I had a blast in this reading vlog, so thank you so much for watching, and like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That will mean the world to me. And I'll see you in my next video. Happy reading. Bye. Ciao.